Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to do an analysis on why I strongly believe that the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, is actually working to lock out the larger Mount Kenya region from producing the next president of the Republic of Kenya in the near future. But before I could sit down to do it, news emerged that Martha Karua has been endorsed as the spokesperson of the larger Mount Kenya region. So I want to focus on Martha Karua, and tomorrow I'll do a comprehensive analysis why I strongly believe, I could be right or wrong, that the Deputy President is out to lock the larger Mount Kenya region from producing the next president of the Republic of Kenya in the near future. But before we do all those, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Now, back to the main issue. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe. And to the subscribers, please give this particular video thumbs up. Now, let us now get back to the main issue. Martha Karua has been endorsed as the spokesperson of the people of the larger Mount Kenya region by a group of leaders, including Mwangi Kiunjuri, Moses Kuria, and William Kabogo.
Let us say this, that apart from coming together with unity of purpose, we remain individuals with the rights to express ourselves and our aspirations. But when we come together as the Mount Kenya Unity Forum, we express what we have all discussed together. So the things we have expressed this morning are the things we have arrived at.
For avoidance of doubt, that this forum has today unanimously chosen the Honorable Martha Karua to be our official convener and our spokesperson.
And this is not only for this generation, it's for generations to come. The interests of the mountain are paramount to ourselves as we think as Kenyans.
We are very clear in our mind that nobody should stop any community of interest to come together, see together, eat together, and articulate their issues. So that's all what we are discussing.
Why do you think Martha Karua has been chosen as the spokesperson? For me, I have only three reasons why she has been chosen. Number one is political experience. If you look at the politicians from the larger Mount Kenya region, Martha Karua's CV is longer than the rest. Moses Kuria could be popular. Mwangi Kiunjuri could be popular with the Kikuyu proverbs. William Kabogo might have the deep pockets, but when it comes to political experience, Martha Karua's CV speaks for itself. Probably that's why she has been appointed. Number two, probably is because Martha Karua is currently non-allied. When you talk of Moses Kuria, you could say Moses Kuria leans towards the DP. Mwangi Kiunjuri leans towards the DP. When you talk of someone like Kabogo, probably not that much aligned. So Martha Karua has made it very clear that for her, she can't support the DP. She has also made it clear that she's not with Uhuru Kenyatta. She has also not made it very clear whether she can support Raila Odinga for the presidency. And because Martha Karua is not allied, I think that's why she was chosen by this group. Number three probably is the acceptability of Martha Karua. Mwangi Kiunjuri has ambitions of becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Moses Kuria wants to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Martha Karua has contested for the presidency before. But William Kabogo is also gunning for the presidency, according to what he's been saying. But if you look at those three individuals, I mean those four people, clearly Martha Karua is acceptable. I don't think Moses Kuria would have a problem with Martha Karua. I don't think William Kabogo will have a problem with Martha Karua. And lastly, maybe because the fact that Martha Karua is a woman, so naturally men would support her. But what does this appointment or this endorsement mean? Why do you think Martha Karua endorsement is significant. Because let's face it, Mount Kenya region currently has the numbers. But those numbers, are they going to count? These are some of the reasons why the endorsement of Martha Karua is significant. Number one is 2022 negotiations. Let's begin with Raila Odinga. If you look at Raila Odinga, he's hoping to identify someone from the larger Mount Kenya region as a running mate. And he's also hoping that the president will help him identify that candidate. Raila Odinga is banking on President Uhuru Kenyatta's support to penetrate the larger Mount Kenya. Now, let's go to William Ruto. William Ruto has decided that his running mate is going to come from the larger Mount Kenya region. But who will this person be? So basically, you can give Mount Kenya the opportunity to identify. I mean, you can give the Mount Kenya people the running mate. But can that running mate serve their interest? What if Ruto decides to give Rigathi Gachagua Rigathi Gachagua as his running mate? Can Rigathi Gachagua represent the interest of the people of the larger Mount Kenya region? Assuming today Raila Odinga were to wake up and decide that Anne Waiguru is my running mate. So basically what these guys are doing, they want to negotiate. They want to create a force. And that force will be able to negotiate on behalf of the larger Mount Kenya region. And not only on positions, but based on their numbers. Today in this country, the larger Mount Kenya region will not produce a credible presidential candidate. This team is capable of creating a credible presidential candidate based on their numbers. So they can decide that we are going to push for Martha Karua as a presidential candidate. Not to win, but based on their numbers, that presidential candidate will be able to rally support. If that presidential candidate will be able to rally support, then Kenyans will likely go to a runoff. Then now, they'll be able to negotiate that we have this number of governors, we have these numbers of senators, we have this number of MCS, we managed to get this number of votes for our candidate. Raila, if you want us to support you for the runoff, please let us sit on the table. Ruto, if you want us to support you during the runoff, please let us sit on the table based on the numbers. So basically this team, in my view, is working on the best strategy on how they can negotiate for the interest of the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. Most people normally think that Moses Kuria is mad. Moses Kuria is a very smart politician. When he's talked of running mate not negotiable, 40% of government appointments, including the deputy president, cabinet, not negotiable, Moses Kuria understands what he meant. So they want to negotiate, but from the position of strength, not the position of weakness. Like today in UDA, they're negotiating from the position of weakness. But if they come together the way they're coming, so they want to negotiate from the position of strength. Number two, which I tend to think is one of the main objectives, is actually to lock out William Ruto from the larger Mount Kenya region. The truth of the matter is that William Ruto is currently the darling of the voters in the larger Mount Kenya region. Mwangi Kiunjuri, Moses Kuria decided to leave, and they are advancing their own political party. But William Ruto is still controlling. President Uhuru Kenyatta and Jubilee Party are actually limping in their own backyard. Why? Because the deputy president went there, took charge of everything. So these guys are questioning themselves. Sisi ni wanaume, we are men and women from the larger Mount Kenya region. How can an outsider come and dictate to us the politics? Because if they don't do this, the deputy president is going to determine who is going to become the governor in the larger Mount Kenya region. He's going to determine who is going to be elected the senator, who is going to be elected the prime minister, the member of parliament, who is going to be elected as even the MCS in that region. So these guys, in my view, and I want to borrow from what William Kabogo has been saying, that tusipo jipanga, tutapangwa. So basically these guys are trying to run away from being pangwad. That's my second point. They want to stop Ruto. Not really just to stop Ruto. Even if they were going to support Ruto, but they don't want a situation where they are working under the terms of the Deputy President, William Samoei Ruto. I don't know whether these are schemes by the President or whether it's their own schemes. But I've always insisted that Moses Kuria is actually a Trojan horse. I could be wrong, I could be right, but I tend to think that the objective is to stop William Samoei Ruto in the larger Mount Kenya region. As a matter of fact, the DP is overrunning everybody in the larger Mount Kenya region. That's number two. Number three, maybe the running mate slot. Who should be the running mate to Ruto or to Raila or even to Musalia Mudavadi from the larger Mount Kenya region? So this team believes that they are the right candidate. And even personally, I strongly believe that Mwangi Kiunjuri fits the bill. I believe Martha Karua fits the bill as a running mate. Moses Kuria maybe not, but he also fits based on his brand of politics. But if they don't plan this team, then someone else is going to be appointed by these other camps as the running mates. And that's not going to serve their interest. So I tend to think that these guys are scheming for the position of the running mate. So if they come together, then you'll be assured Mwangi Kiunjuri or Martha Karua will be running mate. And if they form the government, Moses Kuria will be in cabinet. And that's why probably why Moses Kuria is not keen on running. He will be in the cabinet. They'll be able to plan their politics from there. And that's why I want you to watch my video tomorrow on why I strongly believe that the DP is scheming to lock out Mount Kenya region from producing the next president of the Republic of Kenya, maybe in the next 20 or 30 years. So it's about running mate. Number 4, in my view, is post Uhuru Kenyatta. If the Mount Kenya region are not careful, they are going to be left without a leader. Because they've refused to listen to what Uhuru is telling them, and Uhuru is their leader. After the next election, they'll wake up and realize that we don't have someone like a leader or a figurehead. So this is why they are now identifying Martha Karua. That in 2022, we may not have a lot of say. But after 2022, how are we going to manage the politics of the larger Mount Kenya region? So I tend to think that this meeting is about post-2022. Number 5 is the Mount Kenya political and economic interest. Who can serve the interest of the larger Mount Kenya region? You know, the Building Bridges Initiative process was a good document for the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. But politically, it was not a good document. Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to use it for political reasons. As much as Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to use it for political reasons, it was going to benefit the people of the larger Mount Kenya region more than any other region. But it was rejected. So Mount Kenya region are not going to get more resources. They are passionate about one man, one vote, 1 shilling campaign. That's not going to happen. So how can they incorporate that post-2022 or even before the next election? Can they support any initiative which is likely to come up with kind of another BBI but through parliament? So I tend to think that this group wants to serve the interest because the reality is now dawning on them that they're going to lose the presidency in 10 years. After 10 years, they are also not very sure whether they can still make it to the presidency. But if they have more resources, then they'll be comfortable. But the more resources they're talking about, Uhuru wanted to give them, but they declined. So I tend to think it's about Mount Kenya interest. And lastly, these guys are plotting for a third force. You know, around President Uhuru Kenyatta, there are those who are not comfortable with Ruto. There are those who are not comfortable with Raila. They have been pushing for Musalia Mudavadi. What Musalia Mudavadi needs is just the support of the larger Mount Kenya region. So if this group can manage themselves well and make a third force, create a third force, then team up, let's say with Mudavadi, then they will solve the they'll solve the Ruto Raila equation in the larger Mount Kenya region. So they transfer those support to Mudavadi. Mudavadi appoints Martha Karua as a running mate. Mount Kenya region votes for Mudavadi. Western Kenya will vote for Mudavadi. Nairobi will be sorted. Mudavadi will easily become the next president. And just like I've said, the only problem Mudavadi cannot become the president is because of Musalia Mudavadi himself. But he has a chance if he can plot. Like this group can come up with a third force. That third force can easily make Mudavadi the next president of the Republic of Kenya. So I tend to think that these guys are organizing themselves so that once they form a strong group, they can be a third force, or they can even decide to produce a presidential candidate. I don't know what to think, but that's my take. And for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, please give this video a thumbs up, share it, drop your comments. That's how you can support the channel. Thank you, guys.